Hey, welcome back to the Girl Be Free podcast. I'm your host, Siobhan, your community cultivator and founder of Be Free Project. I help women who are ready to flourish, feel fulfilled, and be free to show up for themselves. I am deeply passionate about community, sisterhood, and personal growth. So if that's your jam, keep on listening. And now let's get into the show. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Girl Be Free podcast. So glad to have you back. So, this week I am loving a lemon squeezer. Okay, let me explain. I was on a trip a few weeks ago, and my friend H.E. and we were just having a conversation or whatever, and I was telling her I love lemons with my water. Apparently, she loves lemons in her water as well. She had brought her lemon squeezer. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. I've never seen a lemon squeezer like this. And fast forward to when I get back home, I get a package from Amazon, and she sent me the same lemon squeezer that we were using on our trip. And I'm like, first of all, that is so sweet. This is why you need great friends because they're so kind and all that jazz. But now I can squeeze as many lemons as I want in my water. And it's just such a handy dandy tool to have. So that is what I'm loving this week. I drink lemon water first thing in the morning and throughout the day. And so to have this lemon squeezer to squeeze my lemons has been amazing. This week, I want to talk about 6 sure signs that you are burned out and what you need to do about it. Based on many of the conversations that I've been having with women, many of them are feeling burned out and they need a break from being transitioned to working from home, preparing to homeschool or do online school with their kiddos, to managing the household, the family, all of the things. They're exhausted, drained, frustrated, angry, all of the things, and they need a break. And this is why I took a much needed break from social, because I noticed that I was starting to feel burned out. And I can't produce when I'm feeling burned out. And so at any given time, when I start to feel my emotions are all over the place, I will pull back and check in with myself so that way I'm taking care of myself first. And so I'm going to share 6 signs to know that you are burned out, and then what do you need to do about it. So the first thing is you are exhausted, and not just physically exhausted, but you are mentally and emotionally drained. You feel like you have nothing to give, like you are about to burst. That if one more person pulls on you, you are going to scream. You are exhausted, you are tired, you are frustrated, and you feel like you cannot take any more. Okay, that is the first sign. The second sign, you are not taking care of yourself. Now, I've heard many people say, since COVID, they put on weight. They started practicing unhealthy eating habits. So, drinking more coffee throughout the day to stay energized, eating more junk food, takeout, things like that. They're not taking care of their skin, lacking the amount of water that they need to get in each day. They're not moving their body. You're gaining weight or you're losing weight excessively. Either or is not a good thing. You're not getting the proper rest that your body needs. And I'm not just talking about going to sleep, but actually resting your body. So when you're not caring for yourself, of course you're going to feel burned out. And I'm not just talking about the self-care practices that you see trending online, but caring for yourself on an emotional and mental level as well as physically. Okay? Number 3, you are lacking motivation and inspiration. You're struggling to get your groove back. No matter what adjustments and changes that you make throughout the day, nothing is helping you get into your flow. Like I said, you can't find your groove and you're feeling uninspired. Number 4, you dread getting out of bed, where you just want to stay under your covers and not deal with the real world. And it feels better to stay in the bed all day than to deal with what's happening in the next room over. Number 5, you've become really negative. You're consuming all of the drama on social media. You're watching the news, the drama in your own personal life. Nothing but negativity is around you. You find yourself being pessimistic. You're complaining about every little thing. And all you can see is the worst. Okay? And don't worry, I'm going to help you. But I just want to point out all these things that I've come across. Number 6, your confidence has dropped and your self-esteem is low. And I know a few weeks ago, one of the members in the Be Free Inner Circle, we were having a conversation, and she said how she had started comparing herself with other people. So thinking other women were prettier than her, they dressed better than her, their house and their romantic relationships were striving, that their career was improving, all of the things were working out for them. And she was looking at her own life and thinking nothing was working for her, and her self esteem was low. Okay. And when you begin to compare yourself to other people, that can be a sign of burnout, because now it's time to pour back into yourself. So I want to say, before I give you some practical things that you can do if you are experiencing burnout, I was just in this place. I was emotionally and mentally exhausted. I was lacking motivation, and that is rare for me because I'm a self-motivated person. I can find my groove and find my flow, but I noticed days and days and weeks were going by and I couldn't get into a groove, and I'm like, what is going on? There was one morning where I had got up for my normal routine, and then when I got back from my walk, I was like, I just want to get into bed. I just want to get into bed, and I did. And I cried for a couple of hours, and not just cried, I wept, because I felt like everything around me was just shattering. And I was telling friends, I said, you know what I want to do? I want to go to sleep for 3 years and then wake me up and let everything that's going on now, let that subside, right? And so I know what that feels like. And then as it relates to confidence, I will say my confidence in the work that I produce, it wasn't as strong. And so when I noticed all of these patterns, I was like, Siobhan, baby girl, you need to take a break. And I love my work. I love what I get to do. But most importantly, I love myself. And so when I noticed that I was experiencing some of these signs that I shared with you, I'm like, okay, we're going to pay attention to the signs. We're going to pull back for a little bit, and we're going to do our inner work. And now I can come back and share this with you because I'm on the other side of it. I'm still getting through some things, to be totally honest with you. So, what I want you to do if you are experiencing any of these signs of burnout is to adopt the 3 to be free. And that means I want you to take action every day, right? So, if you are feeling exhausted, right? Maybe it's time that you check back in with your therapist. Maybe instead of going once a month or once every 6 weeks, you start to go every other week. Okay? You take action on something that is small to begin to build the momentum. So, like I said in another episode, maybe you go buy yourself some fresh flowers. That's taking action because that's boosting your mood, right? Maybe you buy yourself a new plant. Maybe you start reading that book that you've been putting off. Take some type of small action every single day to begin to get back into your groove. The second thing, as it relates to the 3 to be free, that I want you to do is I want you to go for a walk every single day. I don't care if that's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 miles, what have you. Get outside, get some fresh air, and begin to move your body if you are physically able to do so. Walking is so therapeutic. Walking is my spiritual practice, and it has helped me so much get back into a healthy mental and emotional space. The third thing that I want you to do, especially if you're feeling these signs of burnout, begin to affirm yourself. Begin to speak life over yourself every single day and just have a simple mantra. I love my life. I love my life. I live a beautiful life. And you say this all day throughout the day. You write it down, record yourself saying it, set an alarm or a reminder in your phone, but begin to tell yourself that you love your life because you're feeding your subconscious. Listen, the 3 to Be Free is not just something trendy. It is my process and how I live my life that has helped me transform the way that I think and the way that I show up for myself. And I'm going to continue to share this with my community because I really want to help you. And the thing is, it's absolutely free. You're not buying anything, you're just showing up for yourself. You're taking action on something that's important to you. You're walking every day and you're affirming yourself. Now, I created a worksheet for you to download. Again, that's absolutely free. So this way you can keep track every single day. And I want you to download it and print it out. And I would love for you to share your worksheet with me on Instagram. Use the hashtag 3 to Be Free so I can see it, right? Or if you don't want to use the worksheet, but you want to snap a picture of yourself taking action for the day, or you want to snap a picture and share in your IG stories of yourself walking, or you want to share your favorite affirmation, use the hashtag 3 to Be Free so that I can see it. And let's begin to move from feeling burned out to feeling good about our life. Don't settle for a mediocre life. I understand that so much is going on right now in our world, but that doesn't have to define you. You can still find the joy in your life, but you have to do the work. You have to show up. And if you are feeling burned out, take a break. Unplug from social media if you need to. Give yourself some space between other people. Make sure you have the right community around you of friends that you can depend on, because that has been truly helpful for me as well, is really being able to reach out to my friends and be open and honest with them, and they support me in a beautiful way. Do not waste another minute doing nothing, and don't give up on yourself. And I'm probably going to say this over and over again, that you matter, your life matters. Now is not the time to give up on yourself. I know what's happening in the world. It is affecting me as well. But guess what? There is a purpose in me. I am here to be a light and empower others to be free. That means that I have to show up and put out messages like this so that you can be empowered, because you were assigned to be on this journey with me. Don't give up. People connected to you need you. Incorporate the 3 to Be Free in your lifestyle. Let's collectively do this work as a community so that we all can grow. So again, your action step is to download the worksheet and begin using it. Don't let this episode be another one you listen to and you move on to the next. No, every single time I'm going to hold you accountable to show up and do something. So what I need you to do is rate this podcast 5 stars and leave a beautiful review. It can be one sentence, it can be a paragraph, I don't care. But I want to continue to get this work in front of as many people as possible. So if you're enjoying this podcast and you're benefiting from it in any way, shape, or form, share it, number one, with a friend. Also, leave a 5-star review. And then also you can snap a picture, share the link with your friends, share it on Instagram or wherever you hang out on social media. This work that I'm doing is very powerful and I want to get it to everyone in the world. So with you helping me, that would be amazing. And then you can subscribe to my newsletter at befreeproject.com/newsletter. That link will be in the show notes, and that's how you're able to stay in the loop with all the things that I'm doing. And then I do get asked often, so I'm going to drop it here. But I get asked often, how can I support your work? Maybe some of the services that I have, you're already a part of. Maybe you've already purchased my products like the Free Your Mind Journal, the Girl Be Free affirmation cards, or what have you, but you still want to support in any way possible. You can always donate. You can donate $1, $5, 500, I don't care. But going forward, you're going to catch that link in the show notes. So if you want to donate to my work, I'm grateful, especially because people are asking. So I'm going to put that out there for you, and that link will be in the show notes. So until next time, girl, be free. Hey, BFFs, I want to personally invite you to BeFreeInnerCircle.com, your community for real sisterhood where women are showing up and doing the work. Whether you're still trying to figure out what you want to be when you grow up, or you need accountability to keep pushing forward to reach your goals, the Be Free Inner Circle is the community for you. You can expect curated content that will support you on becoming the best version of yourself, live office hours and Q&A sessions where we chat about things like overcoming self-doubt, building your confidence, practicing self-care without guilt, and so much more. Virtual live events from book clubs and workshops with guest speakers, and a supportive and active community of women that will encourage you, hold you accountable, cheer you on, and give you honest feedback and advice. It's the perfect place to be for women who are ready to show up, flourish, and be free. Join today at BeFreeInnerCircle.com.